Hello, welcome, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Fighter Jet Roundtable Season 3, Bonus Round 2! And, to make things even more interesting, we have a special guest commentator here. Would you care to say something?
Hello, and welcome back. Yes, I am here. Not much else to say.
Yes, we have the illustrious Jimmy Fiery, the guy who not only ran Tape's Discord server, also runs his own server, the one that hosts all the FJRT shenanigans, and on top of that, the guy who ran the often forgotten FJS Season 5. So, he's
I'd like to keep it
back in the
other way.
You like to keep it that way?
We'll keep it mostly forgotten. Yeah.
Okay, so... either way, we have a lot of aircraft to get through this time, so without any further ado from me and Jimmy, let's go ahead and get down to the Watchtower and the round table to show everybody what we have in store for all of you today. So down here we have our first set of two aircraft, well, two teams anyway, that we're going to be fighting. Because of the sheer number of aircraft that we have going through, we're going to do things a little differently. We have 16 times we have 16 times the fight going on, basically. So what we're going to do is we're going to have 4 effective different brackets. To get to the finals of those 4 brackets, those craft will duke it out and basically have a best of 1. You only get one shot to prove your awesomeness, and then once it comes down to the final 4, we'll basically have them fight like a normal episode. So things will be kind of interesting that way, just to try and save on runtime. Either way, I'm sure this episode's going to be over an hour anyway, and I'm already cringing thinking about just how long the editing is going to be. So, without any further talking, let's go ahead and take a look at these 2 aircraft. So, over here on Team A, we have the Twin Manta, sent in by Kerbelkstan. Very proud Kerbelkstan. Apparently, Supreme Ruler wanted to make a very sexy airplane. They're on the opposite side of the planet, so this is how they came to us. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Supreme Leader didn't want them to be upside down, but, you know, who's to question Supreme Leader? As far as weapons, they have 8 Browning machine guns, or Brownie machine guns. Isn't that cute? Over here, on Team B, we have, we have the Big Eris. Oh, I should mention that the BA-4s are sent in by Josue. Yeah, they're sent in by Josue. Anyway, yes, we have what's supposed to be based on an Avro Arrow, but was named the Big Eris, sent in by Timmy, inspired by, you know, the Avro Arrow, and made largely out of spite because I said that Timmy could not submit an Eris 3A. So as far as weapons, we have Suffer. It's called Suffer, but they're 30mm Aiden cannons. So super nice. What do you think? What do you think, Jimmy?
I think it looks like a flying brick. The engines are massively clipped into the center fuselage, but it's still technically legal.
Still technically legal.
Hate it. I vehemently hate it.
Well, I mean, mostly legal, except for the fact
legal.
that the wing edges are stacking over here on the end.
Yes.
We all know from Runway Project that wing edge lift is actually a thing. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, we were tempted to kick it out. We were tempted to kick it out, but we didn't.
Or HRSI.
Anyway, over here, we have the X3 at Home But Ugly version 2, sent in by DunDun92, also running with 30mm Aidens. What do you think of this one?
I actually like it. I don't know how to feel about the cockpit, and specifically the nose cone clipping into the cockpit. I feel like you're not going to have great visibility out of that plane.
I'm sure they have some, some 1950s era television tubes to like get some, yeah, something like that.
But I will say the shaping is very nice. I like how the engine pod nacelle thing, whatever, blends into the top of the fuselage using that shine.
Yeah, I did notice that. It's very nice.
It's overall just it's a nice looking plane. I like it. It looks really good.
Definitely better than that thing. Yeah.
For sure.
I do like it. It is a very period-specific design. Anyway, I have definitely been blabbering on long enough over here, so let's go ahead and get these 2 aircraft into the sky for round 1. And don't worry, Josue, we'll flip it over for you. But don't let it happen again. Alright, and here we go. We're ready for round 1. Let's go ahead and start the competition. And hopefully the Twin Mantas actually take off and fly correctly, because trying to get them to circle around and everything is crazy.
Vessel mover was not cooperating.
Looks like something exploded over there. Looks like the X3 blew itself up on takeoff.
Ooh, that's not good.
That's unfortunate. Oh, wow, that's
they
not
must
great.
Have rammed each other. They must have rammed each other.
Wow.
Yikes.
Fantastic. We'll give them one more chance for that. Apparently some of the aircraft decided to roll, move out of alignment, so that shouldn't be a problem this time. We have vessel movered them into position. Fantastic. So yeah, this will probably be the only time you actually get to see the fly out, unless Jimmy and I say something particularly funny.
Particularly funny. Separation between the
Yeah,
Mantas
we're just gonna
and
force
monologue
start the
between other two
competition, and
planes.
if one of them dies, I don't really care. Get your
Alright.
planes to work together correctly, everybody. Even the 2 that, you know, weren't originally on a team over here were flying better together than these were. And we're gonna go ahead and hit that auto cam as the aircraft
Take a look
fly
at those
in over here.
clouds. Those clouds, though.
I know, aren't they great? Those
They
are
look so
the
good.
beta version of the remarched volumetric clouds by Blackrack and company. Very gorgeous. Anything you see there will probably be changed in some degree for the final version, but it is gorgeous. And we've got a
Already in the head-on.
Our first
Yeah.
head-on. Big
The
Eris
Eris is
now has a
giving
big
the
twin
Manta
manta on its ass. Woo! That was close. Oh, and we've got some first hits going on. That manta has a big wing, though.
Yeah, but I mean, the Eris is entirely a wing, so it's kind of wing versus wing here.
Which wing will win, as it were.
Yep. It did look like the X3 got some good shots off on the Manta, but it's still flying just fine.
Yep, that it is.
Yeah, the biggest downside of the Manta, I feel, is its 50 cals. It just can't output enough damage. But in this case, it
Ooh,
seems
those
like-
Aidens,
yeah,
though. If
they're
you
both
notice,
just getting ripped apart.
oh yeah, if you notice, the Aidens actually now have a slightly green tint because that's the color of the Aidens. See, the thing about the 50
already
cals,
losing a cockpit.
yeah, the 50 cals though are the 50 cals are just volume of fire. And speaking of fire, literally volume of fire. Because yes, they have a very high, all of those have a very high chance to light fires on enemy craft. Oh, there we go. One of the Twin Mantas is down.
And one is only half alive.
Yep. Those Aidens are arguably the most powerful guns that we have in this particular rule set for the bonus round, but they don't fire for very long at all, as opposed to those 50 cals, which if he could get them on target, would basically fire forever.
It does have 256 rounds landed with those 50 cals, and the damage he's done is rather negligible though, so...
Yeah, he just
Interesting.
must have not gotten lucky with the fires. Whoa!
And that's that. He is completely out of cockpits, so that plane is dead.
Yep. Sorry there, Twin Manta, but your days are over. The big red button has been pressed. That means our first winners are the Big Eris and X3 at home. But ugly. Fantastic. Moving on. And once again, we are back for round 2 of this bracket. we have the CF-67B Condor sent in by Mechameme. And over here on Team KAASD, we have the KAASD ASF-5 Spectres sent in by Teacup. Still a relative newcomer, and I believe came from, they came from Runway Project, actually. I could be wrong. Either way, always nice to have relatively new people competing. So let's go ahead and go over the Condor first. What do you think about this, Jimmy?
Well, I know from watching it being built that it was a very quick build. However, it actually does have a nice shape to it. There's a few things I don't really like, you know, the engine nacelle area is a bit,
it is a little
it's a nose
cursed,
cone with the engine on it.
Yeah.
But overall, I mean, it's a decent shape. It's a functional looking plane. There's effort put into having some amount of a livery.
Yeah.
To me.
I like the blue. I do like the blue stripes. I mean, you know me. Cool. I like my blue and my white and my silver and all that other stuff. Also,
overall,
it's got 4 NR-23 cannons. Those are NR-23 cannons, not NR-TAC-23 cannons. Yeah, and it looks relatively period accurate, which is, you know, good. Particularly good for this. Meanwhile, over here, for the Spectres, these look a little less period accurate, but not egregiously out of the realm of things. They're also using the FJRT3
I will challenge your thing and your statement of saying it's not period accurate, because to me it specifically looks a lot like the Skyray, which it's a bit past the Gunfighter era. However, it's still very much a very early Cold War jet, and I actually do really like the way this thing looks. It's very sleek. I love the wing shape, the angle. I love the kind of tapered trailing edge there in the back. And
the real question is, did the Skyray serve during the Korean War? Or was
it did not.
Yeah, there you go. So, yeah, that's sort of the kind of thing we're going for.
Well,
but it does look nice, and, you know,
yes.
It's good enough. It's using the right engine. This will be one of the first ones to use the Tiger afterburning turbofan, which will be interesting. Because, again, we've had an afterburning engine choice just because they have been balanced to be good with the other engines. That being said, let's go ahead and get these into the sky for our second fight. And here we are for our second round of fights. We've got our 10K. Let's start that competition.
It's a very good looking airbase you got there.
Why, thank you. Even though people were complaining because apparently I have stuff between the runways.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the most accurate thing, but it looks good, so.
And
yeah.
Competition starts. And so we'll go ahead and hit that auto cam.
2 kilometers versus the Spectres at 1.
Those clouds, though, they really do change the entire way that the game looks and feels. For some, I don't know how it does it, but it does. And we've got our first bit of gunfire coming in on that head-on.
Ooh, we actually have 3 hits that the Spectre got there, and each of the Condors got 1.
Ooh, yep, that Condor is on fire.
Spectre
and a cockpit snipe. Very rough. Condor, the Condor's looking like its goose is cooked.
Wow.
And without any doubt, your winner for that round there is, in fact, the Spectre, sent in by Teacup. Well done. And here we go. For the first bracket, we've got the Big Aris and the X3 versus the Spectres. Let's go ahead and get them into the skies. See who our first of the big 4 is going to wind up being. And now they're definitely beyond it. So, I know you can't see it, but I can. We've started the competition. They're now turning in on each other. Good luck. Spectre's now also climbing to come in. Hitting some quick shots with those Aidens. Ooh,
couple
hits on the
hits.
Spectres.
And the Ares is spinning out.
Yes it is. But...
Ooh, but he almost flew in front of his guns there. I don't think he got any shots on.
Oh, that's a big hit there for those Aidens.
Yep. That Spectre's
not good at all.
Dead. No.
Yep.
Wow.
But that Spectre seems to be doing pretty well, actually.
And and this one's still alive enough to distract the X3.
It looks that way.
Is just enough for the other Spectre to get some killing blows off on the.
Not sure what's happening to the X4. It looks like
looks like he switched targets to fight the probably more dangerous plane. It seems like the X3 is a bit
kind of stalled
more
out.
deadly.
It was a little stalled out. It's got major fires on that wing, and something burned down. X3 was also out of ammunition. That is 100% dead.
Yeah, yep. So
and the big Eris
Oh, that was close.
The big Eris was also on fire. Looks like it managed to put that fire out.
Yeah.
It slowly turned around.
Where's the fight here? Oh, there they are. Okay.
Yep, still effectively a 1v1. We will go ahead and turn off that auto cam so we can watch from these two fighters as they move into attack.
Big Eris is getting quite a bit more of the instant turn rate here. I think the Spectre has a higher sustained turn rate, maybe? I don't know.
We are seeing the problems of Monkey Tune here as the big Eris continues to overshoot its target.
But can the Spectre capitalize on it is the big question. He seems to get a few shots off, but can't quite get the right side to side shot there.
Whoa!
Oh, that's
and
a
a
big
shot
hit.
to the spine. Luckily, it didn't look like it lost anything too important.
Well, that's certainly going to hurt his performance a little bit.
Indeed.
Oh, that's a... Oh, okay. Oh, wow.
Both these aircraft are trying to jockey for position.
Either of them can get quite the excellent spot. And again, the Eris keeps overshooting.
It does. Let's go ahead and look from the Spectre here. Take a look at its... Oh, they both have... That one has plenty of fuel remaining. This one also has a lot of fuel, so it'll be... It might not come down to fuel, actually. It might come down to ammunition.
Yep.
Which,
That's a lot of 30 mil ammo.
That has a lot of ammunition left. How's the Spectre looking for ammo? Very good, actually.
However, Big Eris does get some more shots off on the.
Yep, those fires.
And it's losing control surfaces now.
Yep.
Hurting its turn rate and roll rate.
Yep.
Ooh, more close shots.
That thing is big and lumbering, but it can still manage to put its nose on. It just keeps overshooting.
Oh, this is gonna be
okay, we finally.
For the Eris. Yep.
Whoa!
He just juked the Eris.
We've finally moved away from peak FJRT. Oh no!
Oh, that's the engine gone. All right.
Engine gone. Not good.
Yeah, that's gonna be unless something wild happens here and the Eris hits the ground.
Well, you never know. Monkey Tune does have its
You never know in these fights. Ow. Did you just get shots off? It just did.
Yes.
Just set the Eris on fire. That's incredible.
Yep.
But it doesn't look like the Spectre is long for this world. He's kind of nosediving into the ground here. 10 meters and...
whoa! Okay. Alright, so that means that your first of the big four is the Big Eris and the X3. Sent in by Timmy and DunDun92. And we're back, starting with Bracket 2. Over here we have the KMX-04A Truncheon, sent in by none other than Crikey. And the KG-91E, sent in by Korolev. Very nice looking plane. So let's go ahead and look at this one first. What do you think, Jimmy? I think it looks pretty good.
Yeah, I think it does too. It's another one of those Delta Wing planes, kind of has those same Skyray vibes as the last one. Though I will say, it kind of also has a few Draken vibes in there too, but overall, I think it's a nice looking, period accurate gunfighter plane, and yeah.
I'm particularly liking the split air brakes back here. Very nice.
Yep. Oh yeah, those do look nice, yeah.
Very cool. I always like the little touches like that, to be honest. And we're using the T-60s for this. Not a whole lot of ammo, though, on those. Not nearly as much as the last group of aircraft. So let's go ahead and look at the KG-91s. Once again, these were sent in by Yes, they were sent in by Korolev. Sorry, there was a very angry cat in the background making all kinds of meowing sounds. So yeah, let's see. So it also has the split air brakes back there, using that Tiger afterburning engine. And I can't tell what kind of gun it's using. There we go. Aiden's, because Arrivederci, I guess. I don't know if that's supposed to be an in-joke, but it's very annoying either way. So, both pretty nice little jet aircraft. Let's go ahead and get them into the sky and see which one is better. All right, here we are. Let's go ahead and get these into the sky. You want to make any kind of prediction here, Jimmy? Did you
just call me Timmy?
Hey, no, to be fair, we were just talking about Timmy's aircraft the entire time.
Yes,
cut me some slack.
Yes, we were. I can't really fault you.
And your names are literally one letter apart.
Yes. For predictions, though, I don't really know. I mean, it could honestly go either way, but I'm kind of leaning towards the truncheons, Kratos planes, kind of pulling out on top here. I feel like they have much more wing area, and we'll be able to turn a bit harder, get those shots off, and get around on the 91s. So, I don't know, but it could go either way. I could be very surprised. We'll see.
So, let's go ahead and hit that auto cam, see what we're doing. Looks like we're going to get a nice flyby of the truncheons as they zip on by with those little afterburning engines. 2 afterburning engines, actually. One for each.
They've got 2 regular size. Oh, well, yeah. I missed that. No, it's just 1.
Once again, a flyby of the truncheons. Autocam really liking the flyby today.
Yes.
We got some Verga out there for the non-pilot inclined folks out there. That's what pilots tend to call the darkened atmosphere from rain. So we've got some basic gunfire now coming in, trying to get some long-range shots. Oh!
Ooh,
So we have a fire sparking immediately on that KG-91. Ooh! Black smoke, not good.
A nice split.
Sure wish that the autocam would focus on the action. The KG-91 getting sawed in half by the truncheon.
Just like that.
Damn! Vicious, vicious.
And is that the other one? No, that's the back half, I think.
We've only got one truncheon. Yep, this is the only truncheon that's alive.
okay.
The other one got cut in half, and it got its head shot off.
Very quick.
Looks like that prediction is accurate.
Yes, it was.
And down she goes. So that means here we are. That means that your winner for the first of the next bracket is the truncheon. And we're back. Once again, let's go ahead and take a look at our aircraft. We have the KU-28RT sent in by Box of Stardust, or just Stardust, as the case normally is. A very interesting aircraft here with an upside-down cockpit in the nose and the crew hatch. Very entertaining, I suppose. Big trunker boy with 30mm Aidens. What do you think there, Jimmy?
Yeah, I'll tell you, I laughed like a hyena when I first saw the upside-down cockpit in the front. Overall, this plane I think was meant to be based off an IL-28, and if we're grading it off that, I think he gets an F. But overall, it's a plane with an aesthetic. I don't really like that it goes from the silver fuselage into the gray wing, into the gray tail.
It's legal.
It's just... I'm not saying it's not. I think there's some aesthetic choices that were made that I think were rather questionable. Is all.
Fair enough.
But overall, I mean, it's a Stardust plane. It's gonna fly good. He's got the nice tail art. And
then over here on Team Retro Inferno, we have the LSI. Did I say JR? Well, I can't read. The LSI JR1 Shinden Kai, sent in by Maximus Light, and the P5 Zephos sent in by Kaz. I don't know who that guy is.
Who's that? Yeah,
who's that guy? I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, over here we have the Retro on Team Retro Inferno again. We have the Shinden Kai, which was sent in by Maximus Light, Very cool looking plane, honestly. I don't know why it's landing gear's doing a jig for some reason. Don't know why. Running with the single Tiger afterburning engine. This one is based off of the proposed jet prototype. Looks like we have some anti-Hostway countermeasures in this particular aircraft. Too bad they're going to be used against something that is not Hostway. Big rip. Anyway, over here we have the P5 Zephos. This is actually sent in and designed by me because people were like, Kaz, it doesn't count for anything. You should be able to submit stuff. So, sure enough, I did. I designed this, honestly based kind of off the Shinden, and then kind of took my own spin and did stuff to it. It's got straighter wings than the Shinden does, and all that other stuff. And it's running with the T-160s. What do you think of this one, Jimmy?
I think it's the ugliest. No, okay. It's a nice looking plane. It's a nice spin on the Shinden. I think the giant canards in the front. I don't know how I feel about those, but overall, I like the plane. It looks good. I like the coloring. I like the blue stripes, and yeah. Excited to see how it does.
Actually, the wings and the canards and stuff, they were inspired by the proportions of the Mustang, the P-51 Mustang wings and tail.
So it's like a backwards P-51. I actually can kind of see that now, yeah.
Kind of. That was actually, because again, I wanted to be inspired by it, but do a little different. Anyway, enough talking about my shit, because no one is here to see my stuff, other than listen to my lovely voice. Let's go ahead and get these aircraft into the sky. And we are back. Let's go ahead and get these two teams up and flying. You have any... Well, what do you think? What do you think, Jimmy? As far as who do you think which plane's gonna... what do you think as far as which aircraft?
I've seen the KU-28s fight, and they're scary planes. I think if you can get a lucky shot off and kill the cockpit or the center fuselage...
Which one?
You have a good chance.
Oh, yeah. You know, I honestly...
However, I don't know. It could go either way, but I feel like the KU-28s are going to be the one to beat here.
I honestly think the same thing. I do know that the KU-28s are pretty nasty, despite their enormous size and their wings, and I mean, you can see that one's just hanging in the air. I am anticipating that they probably will be the superior aircraft in this situation. To be honest, I didn't even test mine that much, so... I mean, I had a lot of work ahead of me, you know? I had to make sure all the craft were legal and everything. I didn't have a lot of time to sit down and do a whole bunch of testing.
I probably tested your plane more than you did.
You probably did, actually. That wouldn't surprise me. It's basically using a slightly tweaked AI from an older aircraft, so we'll see. That being said, the aircraft are starting to get pretty far apart from each other, so just in case, we'll hover over the Start Competition button, make sure they are definitely more than 10. We'll start the competition, and off we go. So let's go ahead and hit that auto cam. And it's decided to go through the Shinden Kai. A little bit squirrely, but that's kind of a classic Max thing, honestly. The KU-28's just climbing.
I'm surprised he's not doing that typical classic Max thing of what Stardust is currently doing right now.
Yep. Well, those big wings, you know.
That one's just vertical.
Almost. Well, it looks that way, but
not
it's
quite. No, yeah.
And they're turning into each other now. Looks like we have a flyby on the Zephos here. Yup.
Here we go.
Woo! That was close.
Just barely dodging those and
whoa!
dodging the head on, except one shot. The Zephos...
Suck on my missile punch!
The Zephos lost no round, oh! We've got Oh!
Wow!
Whoa! The KU killed by the rockets in the head
what
on.
A shot!
Holy crap! Alright! Holy crap! We got us a fight, man! Alright, we'll turn off the auto cam.
Can you secure the victory is the question.
I don't know. We'll have to find out. Zephos moving around there.
Anything could happen here.
Anything could happen. The KU-28, not sure which aircraft it really wants to focus on.
Yeah.
Shinden Kai is low. Zepos looks like it's trying to maneuver to get a shot in while the Ku-28. Oh, that's a dead aircraft.
Oh, yes, it is.
Boom!
Already down to a 1v1 with Max being low and not climbing. Does he have a max altitude set?
I don't know. Well, it is max after all, so it could have a max altitude.
Yeah, I feel like that kind of killed you here because he just did not want to go up and fight the plane that he could have very easily killed. But
Well,
we'll see
I
if
don't
he can
know.
still plot this
In
win
a
here. I
dive,
don't know.
the AI does not like dead drops like that. That's not good.
That's a really hurt plane there.
Yeah, it is. I doesn't think. Oh, is it gonna? It pulled up.
It's somehow pulled up.
But it is definitely gonna die here. Those Aidens are nasty. Yep, just like that.
Wow.
Wow, that was a fantastic. Okay, but the rocket kill though. that was some legit
That
stuff.
was awesome.
All right, so the Ku-28s will be moving on. And here we are. We have the Truncheons versus the Ku-28s. Both very capable planes, as we've seen. Go and watch from the Truncheons, see what they're up to. They are actually climbing to try to meet the Ku-28s. They should have better engine performance at altitude because of the jet, the afterburning engine. So we'll have to see.
A lot of Aidens coming in from the Ku-28.
Yeah. Whoa! That was a
Seems
high-speed
like they all
merge.
missed. Yeah. I'm definitely curious as to what the thought process of putting Weasley's at high altitude was for Stardust, because yeah, he loses a lot of engine power, but
He does, but he's also got a lot of lift.
Yeah.
All that lift,
However,
he basically just hangs in the air.
Ooh, can he make the shot? No, he can't. And it looks. Oh wow, that was close. Very close fight up here. We'll see how it progresses as it gets lower and lower.
It's going to be a while before it gets pretty low, looks like. Whoa!
Yes, yes it is. Oh, lots of close shots here.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good turn, though, I feel like.
Whoa! Aircraft definitely getting very slowly dropping lower as they burn a little energy to keep their speed up and everything else. Got a bit of a dive here and a climb.
These planes have very similar turnaround times, it seems like.
They do, yes. Most of them, I think, are about maxed out when it comes to turn capability with these engines and this kind of performance. It's pretty close. Oh, we've got
a ram there.
Smoke and fire coming from the tail section of that Ku-28. Kind of want to watch from that perspective, not gonna lie. Ooh, look at that. All right, we've got that aircraft flame. Oh, and more hits!
Oh, that's a lot of hits. That's gonna burn down very quickly now.
It very well could. Which one is that one? Oh, that one was getting some shots off, though.
Truncheon was getting shot at, yeah. It's still getting hit. Can
we check the... Yep, there it goes. Main fuselage burned down. And dead. Let's watch from the solo Truncheon as is... or rather, sorry, the solo Ku-28 as is custom. That Truncheon now coming in. Again, that aircraft is a big target.
Yeah, it's a big target, but he also has a lot of hit points in all of those parts, so...
Yep. See, that's the thing. It's not the guns themselves that kill you. It's those fires.
Yes, it is.
I mean, unless you have a very low amount of HP, but when you've got higher HP aircraft parts like these, you've got those fires. They will burn you down.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, that's an engine fire.
That is,
really
or at the very least, an intake. Oh!
Yeah.
Truncheon lost 6 parts from that ram, and as per usual, Ku-28 losing none because KSP. Although it is very... Oh, it has lost...
Losing an intake.
A single intake.
That's going to be big news for the Weasley. It could very easily burn out as it gets to low speed.
Eventually, that wing is on fire, but probably not for much more. I imagine it does have fire bottles in it. At least I would assume so. That engine looks like it's on fire, but it... could just be a graphical glitch. It might actually be... Could be that control surface. Either way, it has put that fire out, it looks like, over time. That wing's still showing fire. It is still on fire.
Getting another shot off here.
Oh, yeah. Those fires, though, I'm telling you, are going to be a major downside. The thing is, you know, this putting stuff on fire tactic can work just as well in your regular rounds, too. You know, because every time the part takes damage from that fire, it loses effectiveness and more effectiveness, and your plane doesn't always have to have guns on in order for it to be deadly. And that main fuselage looks like burns down. KU-28s.
Out of it.
Basically done. It doesn't have any ammunition left on that gun, even though it still has the Aiden, which means that aircraft is effectively defeated. You know, well, I could wait for it to go all the way into the ground, but I'm not going to do that.
Let's wait a bit, yeah. Something funny could happen.
Like war crimes.
Yes, war crimes. There we go.
There we go. All right, and that means that your KMX-04 truncheons will be moving on to the big round of 4.
Hey Kaz, why is the watchtower off-center?
Because I like it there.
Okay, whatever you say.
Anyway, so as far as our teams, we have the Messerschmitt ME-262 sent in by Dragon, or as I like to call it, the messy shit. Ha ha ha. And over here on Team War Thunder 9.3, we have the MF-21 F-17 Icky Jimmy sent in by Jimmy.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, and we have the YF-93F Strato Saber sent in by Android Elite. Looking pretty cool. So let's go ahead and slip on over here to the messy shit, or Messerschmitt, as it were. Very cool looking plane, actually. Like, damn.
Oh yeah.
Broham did a great job crafting that. And the
I will say the engines are huge for an ME-262, but it does look very, very good. The camo looks amazing.
Yep, it is also, you know, it's Kerbal size. It's it's Kerbal size, Kerbalized. There we go. I do actually really like the coloring job. I always love it when people take time out to do that stuff. It looks very nice. And it's running with two 30mm Aiden cannons. That's basically the closest we had to the cannons this thing would have used. I'm sure. All right. So let's go ahead and get over here to the Icky Jimmy. Why don't you tell us about your plane, Jimmy?
Well, it's very heavily based off the MiG-21 F-13. It's got upscaled wings and tail, but I really like the way it came out. The camo looks fantastic. It uses the 30mm Aidens to simulate the NR-30 that it would have had in real life. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think, Kaz?
Very good on the camo job.
Yeah.
Actually had to get a custom camo from Jimmy to make that work. Otherwise, it would look like somebody vomited a bunch of hideous graffiti all over it. But yeah, looking very nice. I like the little gun pod in the corner there with the combined guns. Very nice. Honestly, still don't think it's Korean War, but it is more or less era appropriate and is using only the guns, so I can't really complain too much. Honestly, a very nice looking replica style build. Over here we have the YF-93F Strato Saber, which is based on a prototype saber with an afterburner and different inlets rather than the nose-style inlet we normally have. As we can see, the special weapon that this aircraft has is Tiny Shark.
Tiny-eyed shark.
Tiny-eyed shark. Very nice. Very cute. I like it. Although this Tiny-eyed shark is firing the T-160 cannon, dressed up in Korean War colors, sporting the Firebirds team logo, looking quite nice, and the Darien Roundel. I really do like... I always appreciate Android's design choices when it comes to the replica style of things. Very cool. Not a lot else to say about these fighters, so let's go ahead and get them both into the skies and see which team is going to come out on top.
These BS.
Alright, let's go ahead and get them into the skies here. We've got the Messerschmitt and the Ikijime and the Strato Saber. Let's see how we do. You want to make any predictions?
I'm kind of worried. I'm worried. I know that the ME-262 is a formidable plane. I know Timmy's helps Dragon a lot to get it up to like even deadlier spec than it already was. So I don't know. I put many hours into tuning the Ikijime. I know Android did the same for the Strato Saber. but it's gonna be a good fight. I feel that unless they die in the head-on, but we'll see. We have our default altitude set to 4,000 meters, but I guess they just couldn't.
Might not have been able to make it there while trying to catch up to one another. And we're getting within gun range now. Things should start heating up. Flying through the clouds, firing those Aidens. Oh!
Oh no! Oh shit!
Ikejime lost its nose.
Yeah, it does that a lot.
All right. And the Messerschmitt has pulled hard, getting some nasty shots.
No. I feel like it's gonna be a sweep. This is not looking good.
Stratosaber pulling hard to avoid the Messerschmitt.
Looks like he's about to get guns on, and so is the Ikejime.
Oh, jeez!
That's a lot of fire.
That's a lot of damage.
Yep, and it's now looks like he's switched onto the same target here, and the Ikejime is behind the 262.
It is.
Oh, the
Stratosaber getting lit
nice
up.
hit on the Stratosaber here.
Oh, it lost something there.
The Ikejime is firing at the 262, and
It
hits
is.
its tail, it looked like.
Oh,
is that plane alive?
Messerschmitt killed by the Ikejime.
And this one's spinning out.
It is. That whole airframe is on fire. It is by
Oh my-
itself.
It's
Let's
we're
see.
flaming out.
Most of it's on fire, but it looks like it's mostly residual.
Yeah, but it is spinning out still, so it's not looking great for the 262.
No, not it. And in fact, it's lost. It looks like it has lost some
Lost its
air
nose cone?
intakes.
Oh, that's probably, yeah.
That sound
Those
you're hearing
Weasleys take a lot of
potentially is
air.
the sound of the engines trying to fire, and they're just
Listener.
flaming out. I'd say it's and it has no weapon.
Oh yeah, look at that.
It's pretty much curtains for the Messerschmitts, if I had to guess.
Question is, can the team get the guns on, please? Instead of just circling around it.
I don't know. Let's see what the Stratosaber's doing. Oh, it's dying.
Oh, it's dead. Okay. Good to know.
Well, it's not going to contribute anything. So, yeah, there it goes. I didn't even
Can
have
the
to push
Ikejime
button.
not hit the ground before the 262 is the real question of the day here. Or hit the plane. Though, I do have very strong ram protection, as you're well aware.
Yes.
Got katanas in my wings.
Very,
Explosive
no,
plane.
you have stellinium in your wings. Even though it's
Right,
named
right, of course.
Ikejime.
Oh, there we go. Now we're extending.
Extending a little bit, but I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference.
No, it's gonna get too close for us to fire, yeah. Oh, don't ram it. Oh my god, with the tail. And with the wing.
This really should be over already. There
It
is...
really should be. I'm glad I set my terrain avoidance to the absolute maximum to avoid any potential ground shenanigans here. But it's still very worrying.
Oh, yes. I wonder, are we able to do this?
Oh, I wouldn't do that, Kaz. That's gonna mess up the game. I did get shots off there. But if I hit the ground because you fast forwarded, oh my god. That was very close. I would have been so upset, Kaz. Here we go, now we're getting another shot off. Beautiful.
And...
pitch down.
It's down!
Beautiful, thank god.
Alright, Messerschmitt
Victory
actually
is
down
ours.
on the ground, on fire, and exploded. That means your
Beautiful.
winner, that
Good
will
fight
be
though,
moving
Dragon.
on,
We took a lot of hits.
is War Thunder 9.3.
Yeah.
And we're back! So, we now have the MiG-19 and the MRJ-44C Rugged Duck. The M19, Jimmy, who is it sent in by?
Why are you asking me? I don't remember. I think it was the boy? No, who was it? Let me look it real quick. It was indeed sent in by boy. Okay.
So, the MiG-19 sent in by Boy there, looking pretty good. And the Rugged Duck sent in by Dion.
Correct.
Pretty interesting looking aircraft, honestly. Pretty cool.
Yeah, I gotta say, it's a very unique aircraft, and I love the way it was. Yeah, I love the way it was done. It looks great.
It was really sculpted. I mean, it
Yeah.
basically is a. It's a. It's a World War II
BF-109.
plane with jet engines slapped onto it. It's very, very cool, actually. And to make what matters even worse, it's using twin 37mm cannons for maximum pain there. Very nasty. Pretty cool looking plane altogether. Very, very classic gunfighter aesthetic. Alright, but over here on the MiG-19, you can see we've got the little wing pages there, wing fences. What do you think, Jimmy?
I think it looks very close to a MiG-19. Yeah, it's a good looking plane.
Yep. And it also apparently is using the 37mm, so that will be entertaining to kind of see how that plays out.
More accurate loadout.
Oh yeah, very interesting. So let's go ahead and get these aircraft out there and see which one is better. And here we are, starting the competition between Boy and Dion. Beautiful.
Wow, those rugged ducks, they are very high up.
They are indeed very high, but they are now diving on their target. Both these aircraft using the same guns. Oh, we've already got a fire. That's definitely not good. Very dark blue up there as they fight above the cloud layer.
Yes, that's the first fight I think we've had this. Maybe? I don't remember. It's been a while already.
Well, the first fight we've had this high with clouds that were plentiful enough to notice, yes.
Yeah, yep.
Ooh, more hits.
Nice shot there.
This really could go either way. Although, that being said, I am seeing much more of the rugged duck getting hits.
Getting shots off.
And getting shots off in the MiG-19s.
They both do have a plane on fire, though.
There's that flyby!
That was a cool shot.
It's very rare that happens, but it's always a treat when it does.
Yeah. That is falling out of the sky. There, it looks like he recovered. Yeah, both of the MiG-19 seem to not be too much fire.
Yep.
Oh, this rugged duck is very on fire.
It could also just be residual damage. You never know.
The planes are still shooting, though.
Yeah, they are.
More shots from the rugged duck here.
Ooh, sounds like we
That
lost
looks
some
like a
parts
good
there.
Yeah. And
Well,
that's
we
something
all
spinning out.
got a bit of a
Missing
spin, though.
something.
I am
Yeah, I think he's
surprised
missing a
that
wing
neither
now.
of these aircraft are actually dead yet.
Yeah, oh yeah. That MiG-19 is out of a wing. So, like, and
That one is in a full-on
very
flat
rapidly
spin.
spinning out. Yeah. The rugged ducks have this. The rubber ducks.
Rubber
The rugged
ducky.
ducks have this one in the bag.
Oh, nosedive. That's not great. Followed him below the cloud layer now. Another one. Once more. Boom. Into the ground.
Nearly hitting the watchtower.
Almost. It wouldn't be the first time, you know.
Wow,
So-
what a flick, though. That was awesome.
That was a good fight. So that means the rugged ducks are moving on. So now we determine which one of these aircraft are going to be moving on to the Big Four. Let's start that competition.
Finding out the third of the big four.
Yep.
I gotta say, I'm again a bit nervous as to how this is gonna go because the rubber ducks put up quite a bit of a showing last match. So
Oh, don't worry. You're 9.3. Those things are, you know, like a...
they're like 7.0. Yeah, no, you're right.
We all know that War Thunder is perfectly balanced.
Oh yeah. I mean, we did just fight a bunch of ME-262s, so it is how it is.
Skill issue. They are going to be diving down now. Firing those hefty 37s.
I think any shots landed in that first head-on.
I don't think they did either. For now, the Ikejime still has its nose, but I guess we'll have to see.
Hits on the Shadow Saber there. Ikijime's pulling lead on the Rubber Duck here, but doesn't seem to get any shots off.
Nope, no shots to speak of.
The smoke trails from the Rubber Duck are kind of insane. How far apart they are.
They are a little janky. Ooh, there we go.
Shots from Ikejime.
Don't know if we got any hits though.
I got
correction, got one.
Looks like. Yeah.
One hit.
But each of the Rubber Ducks also has exactly
Ooh!
more hits. We're up to 3 now. So they're doing did it spin out? It looks like it might have spun
Doing a
out there
maneuver.
for a second. Yeah.
Of some sort.
Twirling
Whoa! Yeah!
Wow. It's doing something here.
A little unstable.
A lot of AOA.
A lot of AOA.
What's
Whoa!
That was close.
That was close. Strato Saber.
Still very much in the fight.
Oh yeah. Just got super slow there for a second. Not good against these kinds of fighters. Whoa!
Oh, couple shots off. Oh no. Come on, Ikejime. Nice shots.
Get some shots. We do have fire. We have fire on the Strato Saber.
On the Strato Saber. Don't lose
Not
that tail.
good.
That's a lot of fires on the Rubber Duck.
Rugged Duck does indeed have fire. Oh, and we've lost a tail surface there on the Strato Saber.
But it's spinning around. Is it gonna get a shot? No, it's not. It's
No,
still
it's
spinning.
4 shots from the Strato Saber.
Ooh, that's the whole wing on fire now. Okay. Barely see what's going on in this cloud here. How is the Ikejime and the other one doing?
Let's see, Ikejime. Still above the cloud layer, trying to get on the Rugged Duck.
Yes, it is.
Still.
He's gotta kill that thing before the Strato Saber goes down, if it is gonna go down.
Strato
Oh
Saber's
no, the
still
Strato Saber's
fighting.
still fighting. Wow.
It might be down, but it's not out. There's absolutely no worries of that 37mm running out of ammunition either, so here, got your work cut out for you. Quick burst with the 30s there. Oh, that's not good. That looks like it was good.
Not looking good at all. Yeah, that's a lot of fires again.
Ooh, lost
got
an engine.
Yep.
The other one looks like it might be on fire. Oh!
Shadow Saber's
Rugged
still
Duck
alive.
drop. We have a single Rugged Duck. Still shooting at the Strato Saber. Turn off auto cam just to kind of watch from this thing's perspective. It is the only one of its kind left. Ikejime coming in with a big.
That's a lot of hits though.
Strato Saber's down. This is now effectively a 1v1.
That Rugged Duck is really hurting. It's burning down.
All it would take, though, is some
hits.
good shots. It is
Yep.
on fire. Let's see. How badly is it taking damage here? Almost none on those P-Wings.
It's kind of going very slow right now, though.
It is.
And I don't think those 37s have enough fire rate to deal enough damage per second to super quickly kill the Ikejime, but I mean, I'm not going to jinx myself. Anything could happen here.
Oh, yeah.
Two very, very closely performing fighters.
You're getting close to the deck, as it is.
Yes, we are. We're getting very low here. Ooh, did a hammerhead on nothing.
Oh!
Wow. What a shot.
Hammerhead was its big mistake, losing all that speed and flopping over like that, just like in War Thunder, ladies and gentlemen. That means that
fight,
War
though. That was
Thunder,
awesome.
that team War Thunder 9.3 is moving on to the Big Four.
Let's go.
Here we are at the start of the 4th chunk of brackets. We have the Rubber Vulcanizer sent in by Waffle and the Su-17 Mark III-1 Poggy 2 sent in by Snail. Very cool aircraft, these planes here. What do you think, Jimmy?
Snail is an absolute master of P-wing sculpting, I gotta say.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely gorgeous planes here. And yeah, who knows how they'll perform, but they look freaking awesome.
little late for the time period we're going for, but I mean,
Very
in this
late.
case, this is a situation where looks definitely outweighed anything having to relate to that. Plus originality. I mean, this is a gorgeous looking aircraft. And it is guns only, using 4 NR-23s, 2 of which are actually on the wings, which you can't see right there. And then there's another 2 somewhere, I'm not sure. Very cool either way. And yes, those wings do actually work. They will fold back and forth as needed. Meanwhile, over here, using the 37mm cannons, we have the rubber vulcanizer again sent in by Waffle. Very simple looking aircraft based off the Vulcan bomber, I believe. The Vulcan fighter bomber, whatever, something like that.
The bomber downscaled to be a fighter.
Yep. Looks a little screwy, but that's just because he had some last-minute changes for legality purposes, and he wasn't the one who did it himself. That was thanks to Timmy. Timmy getting his hands on all kinds of pies these days, it seems.
Yes, he is.
All right. So, either way, let's go ahead and get these planes into the sky. We've got plenty more aircraft to get through. And here we go. Let's start that competition. Get these planes into the air.
Getting close to gun range here.
Yep. Should be lighting them up any
very
second.
Weirdly wobbling back and forth still.
Oh, yeah.
They're not going very fast at all.
Nope. Oh, I heard an explosion!
Ooh.
What the heck? Ran by
Nice,
Rubber Vulcanizer, lost 0 parts, but the Vulcanizer lost 7 parts! Ah, Kerbal Space Program. Ooh.
Nice shots there. From the on-fire Poggy, who's now losing parts.
Indeed. Oh, Vulcanizer crashed probably from that ram.
Really?
This one has terrain warnings. Whoa.
Looks like that Poggy's going into the ground for sure there.
Yep, and the Vulcanizer. Ooh, okay. That's a lot of firepower.
Yep. The guns are just spaced out enough that it looks like it.
And into the ground! You're winning aircraft, ladies and gentlemen.
What a fight!
Oh,
Wow.
man. All right, so yes, as you may have guessed there, your winning aircraft for this round is none other than the Su-17 Poggy. And once again, we are back to figure out the last one of our entrants for the Big Four. So let's see. First, we have the ugly lightweight turn fighter sent in by Schmergerberger. Schmerg, whatever. Anyway, sent in by him, and we have it using the T-160s. Kind of an interesting little plane, very close to the ground. In fact, it's so close to the ground, it disagreed with the placement earlier. So we'll fix that before it goes live. And over here, we have the XF7 Vendetta sent in by Pyrophage. Very unique, interesting looking aircraft. What do you think, Jimmy?
Did it again!
I did do it again.
No, I like it. It reminds me a lot of the Vampire. I think that's what he was going for. I don't know exactly, but that's certainly what it looks like. And yeah, it's just a neat plane. It uses the cockpit a lot better than some other builders that have made planes with that specific cockpit. That's all I'll say about that.
That yes, indeed. I agree. Much better than some other designs that have been made by certain other creators. Anyway. So yeah, these are the 23 and 37s. It's actually using 3 guns. So it's got the 37mm in the center and the 23s on the sides. That's actually very cool. The first time we've seen that load up in all of the crap that we've gone through today. So, will that gun loadout be enough to separate it from the herd? Well, let's find out. And here we go. We have our Vendetta and the lightweight turn fighter. Let's go ahead and start that competition. Get both aircraft into the air.
very slow roll on the ugly lightweight turn fighter there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we can just call it the ugly lightweight turn fighter, because that's literally what it is.
Yep.
Vendetta, though, taking off very quickly. And lightweight turn fighter can't take off the ground.
Oh god.
That's not because of where it was placed either. Boy, it's almost like having your aircraft that close to the ground is a terrible idea. What is the other one doing? Okay, well, you know what? I can't be asked. I literally can't. I've done so many planes, and I did everything for this thing already. So we're just gonna do that. And we're gonna just... You know what? We'll just start the competition right now.
Oh god.
I don't even care. Bonus
No,
round, it
I don't
doesn't
blame
count for anything anyway.
It's been a lot of work to get those lightweight turn fighters to try and work, and they just have not.
That's okay. If it's really good, it should be able to handle the 2v1 amazingly. And, you know, John Bart Kerman there with the purple hair. Whoa, that's a lot of guns. Wow, okay,
That's
that
a
thing
fast
actually...
turn rate.
That is a
Wow.
ridiculously fast turn rate. Just imagine it if it had a better gear setup. Oh,
Yeah.
God! So much.
Very ruthless.
And
No
just...
engines.
Oh!
No, it does have engines still. Okay.
It does. That was just the, I'm not sure what that was on the end. I think it was an air intake, actually. Oh!
Ooh, that's dead.
But cut in half. They might have been able to turn, but, you know, if you can't get your plane off the ground, it's kind of a skill issue. It's part of it being an aircraft, after all. Moving on. And we're back to see which one of these aircraft will wind up going to the big round of 4. You have any predictions, Jimmy?
Well, I said it after the end of the last, the actual fight, the one with the Poggy, that the Poggy didn't really win that fight. The Vulcanizer kind of just lost it. So I don't really know. But that's kind of also what happened last match as well. The Vendetta didn't really win it. The ugly lightweight turn fighter just kind of lost it. However, the Vendetta did turn really hard during that fight and maintained pretty good control. So. I think it's gonna be a tough
hit the
fight
ground.
for Poggy. Okay, right start.
Yep. And that's because of how it was flying. So, yeah, we're just gonna deal with it. Fair is fair.
Okay. That's really unfortunate for Snail, then.
It is very unfortunate. I'm sorry, Snail. You gotta be able to get... The plane has to be able to fairly reliably take off, man. Like, it...
The Vendetta has had quite the succession to the Final Four.
Yes, it has.
Both of the planes of foot couldn't take off.
Yep.
Well, that's assuming it wins this, so we don't know what'll happen. There's still a fight to be had here.
They're far enough away. Let's start the competition. And, just for... We'll hit the auto cam, and we'll watch from, actually, we'll watch from the Poggies here. Yeah, it's... very...
It's kind of just bobbing back and forth. It's a very, very heavy plane.
Not a lot of lift, either.
It's got a decent amount of lift.
It's trying, but I can see why it might not have done that well. Doing that kind of maneuver, it's going to burn a lot of speed. And when you're at low speed trying to take off like that, yeah. At that point, that's a design flaw.
It's basically an Su-17 with the engine out of an F-100. It's just very underpowered for how heavy and big it is.
But that waddling...
Whoa!
But that waddling did manage to keep it not hit for quite a while, gotta say.
Yeah, it took some shots, but not as many as it probably would have otherwise, but
Whoa.
yeah. A lot of missed shots here from the Vendettas.
And even then, the Poggy just is not turning very well either. Well,
yeah,
it's
lost
definitely
its
not
engine.
going to be turning. It doesn't have an engine. Though with that level of maneuverability, I'm really not sure what we would have potentially been able to see out of that.
Yeah, those guns can fire for a long time, wow.
Credit where credit is due, though. That Poggy is a gorgeous airplane.
It really is.
And I am very sad that it didn't manage to get farther than it did. No hate on the Vendetta, though. Also a very interesting looking aircraft. Credit where credit's due. But that does settle it. The Vendetta is moving on to the round of 4. So here we are for the first fight of the Big 4. We have the Truncheon sent in by Crikey, and the Big Eris and X3 at home, but ugly sent in by Dun Dun and Timmy. Now, these will be best of 3 as per normal. So, get ready for a little bit longer of a fight than you might normally be used to. Either way, hopefully we'll get some good fights out of the situation. So let's go ahead and start the competition. Get these planes into the air. May the best man win. And the competition starts nice and quick. Let's go ahead and get to that auto cam. See what we've got. We are currently looking at the X3. Moving in.
It's a good looking plane. It's a shame that it's with the Big Eris.
Yeah. Truncheon's coming in nice and fast. They're going to get pretty close to Mach before they actually merge here. Some brief shots with the 30mm, and we have a head-on. Oh! Something blew up.
There.
Not sure what, though.
Truncheon's
Big Eris getting lit up pretty. Big Eris
getting... Looks like the X3 getting shots on the Truncheon, though.
A lot of smoke in the air, yeah. Truncheon just on the ass of the big Ares there. Lighting it up with those T-60s. And, oh, X3! Not looking so hot.
That's a fast spinning plane there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait a minute, though.
One of the Truncheons is out, though.
One of the Truncheons is going into the ground.
Dizzying perspective.
Oh, yeah. The Big Eris
is missing its tail.
Big Ares is having some fun. Meanwhile, the X3 is about to crash into the ground. There it goes. Big Ares now.
Still barely retaining control.
Yep. Turn off auto cam now, as this is now effectively a 1v1.
Looks like it's gonna be just shooting a thing out of the sky here.
Could be, but I mean, it's kind of falling leaf, doing a falling leaf as it's flying through the air there, so. Yeah. And besides, it could still ram it, because, you know, KSP moment. Also, the Big Eris is basically made of wing, so,
very high HP. It actually got a shot off it.
Oh! And the main wing burns down.
The Truncheon just gotta not hit the ground.
Truncheon's just gotta do not the ground. Oh! Alright, Big Eris is crashed on the ground. That means that the Truncheon wins round 1. Let's get to round 2. So here we are for round 2 between these fighters. Let's see if the butt ugly team over there will be able to overtake the Truncheons. Or if that was just a one-off. Who knows? You could find things could be turned on their head. That's the benefit of these best of 3 situations. You never really know what can happen. KSP, BDA, RNG. Try saying that 3 times fast.
Yeah, will the Truncheons take it home, or are we gonna go to the 3rd round? What do you think?
Well, I'm gonna say that it's gonna be tough. I would still put money on the Truncheon at this point. However, that being said, and just like that, competition starts. And just like that, honestly, it could still go either way. The Truncheon is a very capable aircraft, but
certainly rooting for the Truncheon.
Ah, yes, me as well.
I know even Timmy's ashamed at what he submitted at this point.
Maybe.
No, he is. He is. As is
Ooh!
God. A lot of hits on the X3 there.
Yep,
Truncheon
and a
is
hit
on
on the
fire,
Truncheon's
but
wing. We do have a fire.
Single fire, though.
Getting some shots. Camera not tracking most of the gunshots. Weirdly enough. Kind of unfortunate. Although the X3, I am going to switch away to look at... Never mind, it did it already. The X3 not looking so hot.
Big Air is getting shots on the Truncheon there.
Indeed. Getting more shots in the background. Things exploding. I can hear exploding sounds. I think that's the X3 getting lit up again and losing significant parts.
Yeah, that Truncheon has 80 shots on target. That's going to be not good for the X3.
Go ahead and look at the... Yeah, X3 is basically dead. It does have its gun, so it could still get some shots.
Ooh, the Ares just collapsed that Truncheon, though.
Yeah, it did. Oh, it's going to crash into the hangar down there. All right. Now we got 1v1 once again.
Truncheon versus Big Ares. Looks like Truncheon's going to get that first shot off.
It does. Gets more than one.
A lot of shots off. Yep, that's
a lot of good
110 shots it's landed now.
And it is on fire again. How's that HP looking? Oh, it's going down.
That burns a lot of HP, though.
Oh, yeah.
Burn down.
Doesn't look like it has any fire bottles on that either. Say again?
Are the Truncheons running Aidens, or are they running...
The Truncheons are, in fact, running the T-60s.
Okay, yes. So they're not going to be doing that much damage with the guns themselves, at least compared to the Aidens, but...
And there goes the center of mass, dead and down. No ammunition in those guns either. The Truncheon could still crash into the ground.
But it will not happen.
It will not happen. So that means the Truncheon moves on to the finals. And here we are for the second round of the 4. That was a pretty fast. That was pretty fast. All right, let's go ahead and get these into the sky. Would you like to make any predictions, Jimmy?
It's going to be difficult because, again, the XF7 kind of really didn't have to fight to get to this spot. However, from what little we did see of it fight, it does seem to be an incredibly maneuverable plane. So, I'm worried. I mean, I'll tell you, our team, the EGMA and the Strato Saber, fought very hard to get where they were. But, again, anything could happen here. I don't know. Regardless, I feel like it's going to be a good fight, so I'm excited.
I think so too. The Vendettas do have a very good turn circle. Like, they turn hard. And they have a very interesting gun setup, using those, the setup of 3 guns, with the 37 and the 223s. The only aircraft that has a setup like that, so...
You not a fan of it?
Not a fan of how it looked in real life with the yellow stripes, but... it looks pretty good here, weirdly enough.
It's the angling, I think.
It could be.
Like 14.6 degree angle on those decals.
Whoa! And open. That is a lot of fire. Oh! We also know that cockpit that it's... Ooh, that's a nice shot up the formation.
The Strato Saber took a bunch of hits there.
That did. The Vendetta is very squirrely and capable of turning hard. Ooh!
Oh! EGMA is getting shot at.
But on the downside, we also know from experience that the HP on that cockpit that the Vendetta is using...
Oh, it lost the wing, no!
Oh no! The Stellinium, it does nothing!
Oh, man.
But like I was saying, the Vendettas, those cockpits that they're using have very low HP, so a few shots to the center mass and they're basically dead.
Yeah, but my wingtip katanas failed me, man. Oh, I'm so disappointed.
Oh gosh, that was a hell of a burst. Oh, and another. Oh, goodbye, Tails. Oh, God. Oh, man. Tail cut loose.
Yep.
You got,
And the EJMA had wing cut loose.
yeah. You got a hole in your left wing. Your left wing. It's actually your right wing.
Still alive. It's not gonna fight.
Oh, God, just getting hammered. Oh, and down it goes. Maybe.
Yep.
Oh, it's gonna torpedo! No!
It's still possible that both of the vendettas could slam into the ground.
That is entirely
But
possible, yes.
Very unlikely.
Strato Saber, without any ammunition for its gun, landing inverted on the ground. Yes, put the landing gear down, that'll help. Oh, war crimes!
Love to see it.
Alright, and Strato Saber goes down, which means the Vendetta wins round 1. Let's get into round 2. Can you feel it, Jimmy? And here we are for what could be the final fight between these two fighters. Well,
I hope it's not gonna be, but I don't know. It's the vendettas are very good planes. They're good.
They, at this point, I'm beginning to think they really did kind of earn their position there. I don't know why the auto cam is going. Probably because I forgot to turn it off like a tom-tom. Go Kaz.
Yeah, approaching the head-on.
Yep. We're gonna potentially have War Thunder moment.
I hope we do.
Oh!
Ooh,
hits on the
Ikijime
Ikijime.
takes a hit there. Seems fine though.
Another nice shot of them flying by like that. That's pretty cool. Alright. Saber actually getting some decent shots on the Vendetta this time.
A lot of fire there. Ooh, when it's spinning up. No! Shadow Saber, no!
Whoa. And it's on fire. Never a place you want to find yourself. Oh!
There, loses the nose again.
It doesn't need that. It's just an extra part.
Might need the cockpit though. I think the cockpit's on fire right now.
Might need the cockpit.
Might need the cockpit. Looks like the cockpit on the Strato Saber's also on fire.
Yep.
What is the Ikijime doing? It's just circling the whole area right now. Going very fast.
Well, you can't expect a Cold War Russian and a Cold War, American to get along very well.
No, I guess not. Looks like the Strato Saber just took more hits there.
Whoa.
Why is it turning so slowly here? What's going on?
We might have taken some damage.
Yeah, but it seems like all of the
Oh!
But no, not
And
anymore.
it's going to take a little more.
Yeah. All those wing surfaces are very much on fire now. That
See
wing's
how's
bound to
that
burn
wing
down any
looking?
second.
Oh,
Not good. It's gonna
no!
burn down. Ram,
Yes!
yes!
Ikijime
Yes!
lost 9 parts.
Oh, but I think I did enough for the Vendetta.
Vendetta did end up losing something.
Take it home. Oh, this is such a good fight now. Oh, it's spun out again.
No!
Oh, it's done for. No.
Damn, those guns fire. Ooh, this is scary to listen to. Let me tell you. Woo, those sounds. All right,
Yeah,
so the
Strato Saber's
Ikijime,
done for.
the Strato Saber is basically by itself, spinning and on fire.
Can it regain control? It still has a lot of its control surfaces
It
intact.
apparently got
And
its
oh, it's dead. Okay.
tail cut loose. All right. Well,
Wow,
ladies and
what a
gentlemen,
fight, though.
that was a good fight. A very good fight. However, your Silver Lions are going to the Vendetta.
On to the fight.
On to the finals. And here we are for the finals at last! For bonus round 3. It's 2. God damn it. Alright, start the competition before I make any more freaking errors.
It's been a long recording session.
It has been a very long recording session. Very, very long, even with the best of ones. Oh my gosh. God, those clouds.
No, we're about to hit head-on here.
Yep, head-on's going.
Lots of fire.
Oh, that's bad. Looks like we might have fire.
Very hard. Yeah, the engines. It's like you spun out of it almost.
Could be. Damn, that is a turn.
Yes, it is. Both of these planes can turn very hard, but that Vendetta is not doing too much. The Truncheon seems to be turning just a bit harder here. Almost
Yep.
man.
Almost. Yeah, that's not good. Lights it up with those T-160s. Tail cut loose. Which one, Taz?
That is a lot of fires on that cockpit.
That is indeed a lot of fires. Very bad. How's, oops, there it is. That answers that question. How's this Vendetta doing? Not so hot.
Not much better.
In fact, it's a little too hot, I would say.
Yep. It's very much
and that wing's gone.
Right,
it's definitely down and out of control now. No engine, no ammo for its guns, and it's gonna spin itself right into the ground.
Can it bait the two truncheons into the ground then? Great question. Nope, it's dead.
Whoa! All right. So that settles that. First round of the finals goes to the truncheon. Well done. Let's get to round 2. And we are back for what could be the final fight of the episode. Part of me hopes that it is the final fight because, boy, have we been at this a long time. But at the same time, it would be nice to see a round 3.
It would be, yes. It'd also be very interesting to see if the Vendettas can pull out a win here because the truncheons, they seem to be pretty damn good.
Oh, yeah. You know, it is interesting to note that all of these guns that you've seen are legal for the standard season as well. And they do a decent amount of damage and do all have a chance to light those fires, which, as we've seen, can burn down very high HP parts. So perhaps not as old and antiquated as one might think at first glance. Truncheon has proven itself to be a very capable aircraft. Even with the relatively low power engines that we've got for this competition, for this bonus round here.
Getting in the head-on range. It's lighting up. Lots of hits on the Vendetta again, but Truncheon's on fire.
Truncheon is on fire. Looks like they kind of traded blows a little bit there.
Part did burn off the Truncheon. And the
Vendetta getting a headshot!
Now a 2v1, 2 Vendettas versus 1 Truncheon. This is actually quite the upset considering the fight we saw last time.
Oh, yeah.
But the Vendettas are now actually probably going to squeak out a win from this.
They could. But they could also not. Although, it's looking more and more like they definitely will!
Look at that! No
Hey,
way!
we got a round 3!
Wow, that was awesome.
That was pretty friggin' sick, gotta say. Alright, ladies and gentlemen.
A lot more, very even fight here now. Wow.
We're going to a round 3!
Let's go!
Let's go! And here we are. This will be the final fight between these aircraft. There can be only one. Only one that makes it.
I'm so excited for this.
As we've seen, this could go either way. The downside of the Truncheon is that that cockpit that it's using, I'm pretty sure, has fairly low HP.
Well, so it takes just one fire.
All it does, really, just the wrong bullet in the wrong place at the wrong time, and phoomf, you just go up.
Oh man, this is gonna be great.
The Vendetta, once again, sent in by Pyrophage. Yet another newcomer to the competition. I believe also from, I can't remember if he was from Runway Project or if he came from Son of Smith. Either way. And we're on to the head-on. Oh, we've got hits on the Truncheon already.
Hits on the Truncheon there.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of hits on the Vendetta as well. Both of them took some pretty hefty hits.
Indeed they did. Wow. Still waiting to see if I can see any smoke trailing from any one of the fighters, and so far we haven't seen any.
Doesn't seem like any fires yet, nope. Crunching on the tail of the Vendetta here.
Uh-oh!
That's a mean shot.
That's very bad. Those T-160s do seem to have they do a decent amount of damage, and they also have a good fire chance.
Looks like both Vendettas are very much on fire here.
Definitely. Whoa! And it seems like they put the fire out.
And immediately back.
Just for another one. Oh no! It's lost control
It's losing
surfaces.
control surfaces.
That is not where you want to be.
Yeah, the Vendettas seemed... one of them's already down, apparently.
Oh, snap, so it is.
Oh! And
that's that. Looks like the Truncheon had a bit of a vendetta.
Excellent fight.
Yes, very
Excellent,
good
great
fight and a
fights.
fantastic showing by both of these aircraft. Just absolutely wonderful. Either way, your winner for bonus round number 2, the Gunfighter Showdown, is the KMX-04A Truncheon, sent in by Crikey. Climbing through the brackets, it knew no equal. And the only one that was able to properly bloody its nose was the Vendetta. Well done to everybody who submitted. Thank you for taking time out of your day to make fighters and entertain all of us. Jimmy, thank you for coming out and dealing with this incredibly long recording session.
Anytime.
And ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned until next time for what is going to be episode 5 of Fighter Jet Roundtable Season 3. But until then, I have been Kaz. Happy building, happy blasting.